Hello, Daycarn here. Welcome back to Torment. Last episode, well, we found Eritas had a little bit of a panic attack, I guess you can call it, coming here. Algo asked us to go find something for him to go check out. We found a few other people around here, but I said we talked to Phoenix, but I just want to have a look at this first. Kitty. Examine the stone head in a sec. Raised before you is a tall, tapered obelisk crowned with the carved stone head of some elegant, sharp-eared animal with 6 eyes. Wrapped around the obelisk are brands of engraved hieroglyphs. The carved head mounted on top of the obelisk stares out into the distance, its eyes empty and mournful. Except for 4 stylized depictions of the same sharp-eared animal, the top of the obelisk. That tops the obelisk. The pictographs make no sense to you. Base. The base of the obelisk is smooth, untouched by any weathered or other troubles that seem to have eroded much of the other ruins in this place. It sits in a pool of acidic liquid, and the liquid smells foul and caustic. But the obelisk appears undamaged. It's unclear how much more of the obelisk lies beneath the pool. Ooh, new one. Look into the statue's eyes. A wave of dizziness overcomes you as you gaze into the statue's eyes. You are no longer facing the obelisk. Indeed, you are no longer human. The tail of a dead lac in your mouth dragged along the ground as you creep through the dense foliage to the temple. You peek out through the gandu fronds and see the old man, Nimmo, shucking hail pods on the weathered steps. You pad out to greet him and he grins toothlessly at the sight of you. There she is, he says, chuckling. There's my brave hunter with a gift. How thoughtful. You drop the lac at his feet and arch your back as he strokes your fur and adjusts your colour. But your work is not done, sweet girl. There's larks aplenty in the grain room. Bring me a dozen more before I finish these howls, and I'll give you your favourite nibble. A dozen larks is nothing to a hunter of your skill. You pad off to the granary, and ready for battle. Ooh, XP! The obelisk reappears, and you realise your joy was remembered only. Let's see what else it got to show me. Another wave of dizziness overcomes you as you come to the statue's memories. You watch from the undergrowth, terrified, as followers of the bird god pull down the stone statues of the great ones and chase the monks from the burning temple. Heathens, cries the leader. Worshippers of a false god, kill them. Oh, a birdman sees you. He shrieks, "Etc. We must kill it! The monks hide their souls in the little beast. If we don't wipe them all out, the monks will return, as strong as ever." You turn and bound into the jungle as a mob of angry men crash in after you. The obelisk fills your vision once again. So, etc. So that's what this creature is called. Let's do it again! You watch from a low branch as a grave robber tears up the stones of the ruined temple nave, looking for the old catacombs. The leader sits on the stone head of a fallen statue, patting it and stroking its pointed ears. He laughs. This is what the old monks worshipped before the Jadi wiped them out. The prince of the Setral. They say his big ears hear all the secrets ever whispered within earshots of any of those 6-eyed pests. You hiss at the insult. He looks up. Oh, there's one now. Hasn't been a monk alive around here to tame a Setral in 100 years. He chirps at you. Come here, little one. Let's see. That true collar of yours, won't you? Looks like a lovely workmanship. You give him a disdainful look and climb further up the tree as the obelisk returns. You watch from under a gadoo bush as a father and mother drop double armloads of spring wood in the middle of the temple woods, then sit and mop their brows as 3 children begin to strip the stalks of the bark. Plenty to build without here, at least, says the father. and we'll need all we can get. Without a primitive fence to keep out the bowels and the skull hands, we'd be dead in a week. What about the lark? One of the children's cries. The father laughs. Pray to Goonie, daughter. Maybe he'll send one of his servants for us. He's the prince of the Setral, you know. Your ears perk. At last. You are wanted. Time to hunt. The eyes and statue fade, though they do not go out entirely, as though if it has divested itself of responsibility. Why it did so remains a mystery. Aww. That's kind of cute.
On my way.
Okay, back to Phoenix. Oh, you're back. He seems slightly surprised. Tell me about yourself. I have decided my name is Phoenix, he says, the name as though tasting a new wine. He holds up his hands, and for a moment you can see light fading through it. I am a seeker? Is that how one would say it? Yes, I am a seeker. It is wisdom, wisdom I seek. He closes his eyes and starts laughing. All the things I've found. His eyes snap open. The structures of the world is not as you imagine. What you see and feel is nothing more than a varied interaction of fundamental forces that apply rules to subsequent large pieces. Those pieces become what we call matter, what we call meat, and what we call reality. He reaches out to touch your shoulder, and his hand passes through. You feel nothing. He reaches out again. This time his touch is cold. It is fire, it is acid, it is starshine. But you are undamaged. Enlightenment comes from within, he whispers, and he begins to cackle. Or does it come from without? Can it not come from both within and without? It can, his eyes glaze. Find answers within. Let others show you the path. Both leads to surprising destinations, if you let them. Why don't you remember your name? Names are constructs of consciousness, but is there for some fundamental importance to them? Or is it consciousness itself? Scan thoughts. If so, is life also important? If it has no consciousness, how would it know? Yeah, so very important is what we make it. Self-assigned importance. What makes consciousness so special that it can determine its worth? I have seen a world of crystal life that builds greater things than the ninth world. Without consciousness, why should a mind grant itself a special prize for its appreciation of itself? He waves his hand dismissal. Silver tide rises tiny mouth. Tell me about yourself. Can I see the note?
I'll remember that.
You have the mind of a seeker, not merely an explorer. Yes, you may take the note. He passes the engraved sieve. Return if you are able to find my answers. Okay. Have any troubles with cultists? He smiles. Trouble? Not for me. They come for me many times. They do not leave. The fact that he stands in the middle of the valley alone and says supports his story. Perception. You see no signs of a struggle, however. Are you from this world? That's a good question. He pauses, frowning. It's familiar to me, the lines, the curves, the structures, but it is like a poor sketch of the world I remember. I see textures. See its textures, its strokes. And I see the medium on which it's drawn, but I lift the sketch and see the truth beneath it. I don't know why. I don't know my origins. Let's see, can we have a look at that note? Phoenix. This ragged sieve square is engraved with scrawlings and symbols, presumably some kind of writing, but it's mostly unfamiliar to me. It says the note told him to come to the Valley of the Dead Heroes, and he would find the answers he needs. He gave it to you because he has found no answers, but he has not so far. He hopes you will find them in his place. Although the engraved symbols are mostly incomprehensible, 4 numbers are written in the truth. 1 on each line of text. 1, 5, 3, and 5. Huh. That's interesting. Okay.
Fine.
Let's have a look. Let's start playing with these things. There's a terrace space like here, like the patch of darkness near the entrance to the valley. A patch of white light hangs in the air like a glare bouncing off a window, except there is no windows. Within the light you see a playful play of shadows, like those on the walls opposite a door when someone walks past outside, except there is no walls. But there might be a door. There is a certain breeze coming from the other inside the Shimmer Echo sand. Okay, similar to the other one I read. Examine it closely. The patch of light seems to follow you as you walk around it, always facing you. It doesn't look like much, but just a trick of light. But you get the strangest feeling that it is watching you. The way it moves, pulses, it feels alive. Walk into it! You step in and it envelopes you, blinding, then dissolves you into twinkling motes drifting in a spear of light. The light carries you through cold darkness, weightlessness, bodilessness, selfless, towards another patch of glare, then suddenly you're somewhere else. Oh, that's handy to know.
Here comes the boredom slayer.
Newt. Heals points of intellect. Take all. That's
To
handy.
action.
Nothing that.
Of
Ooh,
course.
it's this way. The small alcove is about the size of a small hovel. Its sole virtue is that it is sheltered from the wind and from the slight lightness of casual passersby. The runes carved above the entrance fill your mind with wordless messages of catastrophic danger. The dust inside the alcove is undisturbed apart from a set of footprints that circles the interior. The owners appear to have curled up in the corner, under the ledge containing a small empty box. The dust on the ledge has also been stirred. Someone removed something long and thin, like a blade, from this place. It is placed in a crudely carved herder's hook. I've slept in worse places. Still, it seems like a strange spot to curl up in. Eretus cradles his forehead in his hands. He mouths the word no, then swallows, shaking his head. He seems smaller than you recall. I don't like this place. His voice is a whisper. His hand falls to his eyes. He touches them, and as if they are in pain. Are we leaving? I want to leave. We should not be here. We tried to stop him. You failed. Not until you tell me what's wrong. I remember this place, he cracks, as if it runs dry. The glow seems to evaporate before it. If there was someone else, a boy. He was tired. He's scared. Not at all like me. He came to this place and we fell asleep there. He never woke up. The sleep buried him. He screams and still screams. Eretus' voice cracks. I can hear her thing. Let's talk about this later. Let's go. He presses the heel as his foot trembles into his hand. Leave the alcove. I don't want Eretus to feel bad.
Why? Why are we here again?
We aren't here because of you, Eretus. Don't you remember? I try not to. Memories tie up the mind. I need to be focused, ready for action. He casts a look around, sags, and frowns at you. I hate to criticize you, but we should already have a desperate last stand. It's awfully quiet here. You should have planned things better. I shouldn't have to say this, but this journey is ours. I'll try harder next time. That's all I wanted. He says, clasping your arm fondly. I'm still looking for that alcohol. I have some questions for you. Yeah. I don't want to make him upset. I regret it. An old battered-looking swordsman in dull grey armour stands here, whistling tunelessly. His hand hovers near the hilt of his well-used sword. Scars weather his face, and what you took for a helmet reveals itself to be a dome of metal grafted to him. He smiles as you approach. How do you, stranger? I am tantalum. You know tantalum? It's a metal, sticks to the flesh. He raps his knuckle on the dome. Chiron said that they had to cut a chunk of my brain out too. So I lost my name and my history, and well, I took the name of the stuff that saved me. He scratches. Anyway, I need to remember myself. It said that the necropolis can give anyone what they seek. Knowledge, riches, fame. if you search hard enough, and I searched and I found. Now, I am here to help others find their answers. You look like you're searching for answers too. There are hundreds, thousands of tombs in the necropolis. Legend says if you read them, learn from them, you'll find the answers you seek. He gives you a warm smile. I promise it'll be worth your while. Scan thoughts. You'll certainly find some answers, friend, even if they're not what you seek. Sounds too good to be true. I thought so too, but I tell you, it changed my life. I mean, even beyond the stuff I found down there. Speaking of which, if you find anything you want to trade, let me know. I'm looking for a specific tomb. Friend, I don't really keep track of most of the tombs, and like I may have said before, my memory isn't what it used to be. But let me guarantee you this: you explore these tombs, you're bound to find what you need. Oh well.
Yes.
I think I may. Ooh, what's this? First things this. Indeed, this dust ball is whiter than anything you've ever seen at the. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it there for today. This is Daycarn signing off.
Done.
Bye!